Okay, welcome back everyone. So here, according to factor theorem, if I am getting P of 1 and Q of 1 is 0, so x minus 1 is factor of P of x and Q of x. Okay, so this is my question number 1. Is it clear now? Any doubt in question number 1? Just let me know. Is it clear? Shall we move forward? Shall we move to question 2? So now in question 2, for what values of a, 2x cube plus ax square plus 11x plus a plus 3 is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1. हाँ यशस, एक बार बोला ना मैंने, फिर वापस क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? राइट, आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट इट इज करेक्ट, but better to do this with this method only. You are getting marks for method, right? So here we have to show that for what values of a this is exactly divisible by this 2x minus 1. So let us take 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 by 2. Oh, okay, Yashash, no issue. Okay, my voice is cracking. Just let me know for how many students my voice is cracking. Just raise your hand. Okay, for I think for 4 students my voice is cracking. So it is not an issue. Okay, so let us continue our discussion. So here they are telling that for what values of a it is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1. We have to find value of a, right? So suppose our first statement will be let p of x is equal to this. So this is our p of x. Now it is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1. So from according to factor theorem, you have to write in full words. According, आपको पूरा word लिखना है. So according to factor theorem, if I am dividing p of x with 2x minus 1, then if I put x equal to half in p of x, then p of half is equal to 0. So here p of half will be 2 times half cube plus a times half square plus 11 times half plus a plus 3 is equal to 0. So implies now 1 upon 2 cube is 8, 2 2s are 2 4s are 8. So first term will give me 1 by 4, second term will be a by 4, third term will be 11 by 2, fourth term is a, fifth term is 3 is equal to 0. So if I take LCM over here, my LCM will be 4. So this will be reduced to 1 plus a plus 11 2s are 22 plus 4a plus 4 3s are 12 equal to 0. This is 4a. Okay. So plus 4a plus 4 3s are 12 equal to 0, because whole divide by 4, if it will go to RHS, it is going to become 0. So this equation will become 4a plus a, that is 5a, plus, now this is 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5, and 2 plus 1, 3, 35 equal to 0. So 5a will be minus 35, and I will get a as minus 7, because 7 5s are 35. because it is factor na Vastav, from factor theorem, right? It is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1. It is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1 means आप उसको exactly 2x minus 1 से कब डिवाइड कर सकते हैं? जब वो आप उसका फैक्टर होगा, right? Or either if you are dividing it with 2x minus 1 and it is exactly divisible, that means its remainder is 0, right? And if its remainder is 0, then p of half equal to 0. So is it clear? So Prahlad, you are telling or you are asking question? So I have not taken equal ना, डिविडेंड एंड रिमाइंडर मैंने इक्वल नहीं लिया ना, यहाँ पे ऐसा बोला ही नहीं है कि डिविडेंड एंड रिमाइंडर आर इक्वल. Yes, in factor theorem every time remainder is 0 because from factor it is completely divisible every time. Okay, so here now Prahlad, just clarify, you are asking the question, you are telling in the chat box. And Vastav, here we have not taken dividend and remainder equal, isn't it? हाँ, p of half इसका मतलब क्या है? What is p of half? P of half is our remainder. P of a is remainder, isn't it? जब आप p of x को a से डिवाइड करते हैं तो p of a आपका रिमाइंडर होता है. Is it clear? स्नेहलता, सॉरी, इससे ज्यादा हम बोर्ड को ऊपर नहीं ले जा सकते. ओके, वास्तव if it is still confusion, I can clarify again. Right? Just tell me frankly, is it clear or not? And Snehallata, sorry, we cannot take board more on upside because these are the here position constraint. So it will be its final limit. Okay, so this question is clear to you. So p of half is not our dividend. Dividend is our p of x, and I am putting this value half in it. Then I am getting value of remainder. Okay. So shall we move forward? Few students were telling the screen is blur, but I think it is quite readable. Few means only one student. Now, so after that, there is question 3. Use the factor theorem to determine whether g of x is a factor of p of x in each of the following case. Right. So ये सब में आपको डाउट है, मतलब घर से आपने कुछ नहीं किया, isn't it? So case 1 and case 2 are there. I will show you only case 1. Case 2 वापस आप घर से करना. So p of x is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Now g of x is x plus 2. Now we have to check from factor theorem that g of x is factor of p of x or not. Okay. So from factor theorem, if I have to check, so I'll put x equal to minus 2 in p of x. If I get p of minus 2 equal to 0, then yes, it is having its factor. Or if p of minus 2 is not equal to 0, then it is not the factor. Okay. So question 3 का first में करा रहा हूँ. Second is all again homework for you. Sure. So here let us take g of x equal to x plus 2 is 0. So x will be minus 2. Now let us try to find p of minus 2 over here. So here p of minus 2 will be equal to -2 cube plus 3 times -2 square plus 3 times -2 plus 1. So therefore, P of -2 is equal to -2 cube -8 -2 square 4 4 3s are 12 3 2s are 6 plus 1 8 and 6 14 12 minus 14 is -2 -2 plus 1. My final answer is -1, which is not equal to 0. So since here P of -2 is not equal to 0, so from factor theorem, I can say that x plus 2 is not factor of P of x. Is it clear? Factor theorem mixed up with factorization that I will show you. वो अभी पढ़ना है, वो अभी सिखाया नहीं है. अभी सिर्फ ये फैक्टर थ्योरम वाले क्वेश्चन है. So is question 3 is clear to you, students? Please give me some response. If anyone is having any doubt, I will explain it once again. Just let me know. Now, so question 3 का सेकंड तो आप घर से कर लोगे अब, राइट? चलो एक बार वापस फटाफट रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. If P of x is divided by x plus 2, then P of -2. If I find, I'll put x equal to -2 in the polynomial. Then after simplification, I'll get P of -2 as -1, which is not equal to 0. So according to factor theorem, it is not factor of P of x. क्योंकि अगर वो फैक्टर होता तो आंसर 0 आ जाता. So this is our question 3. Now let us move for question 4. So in question 4, factorize following by splitting the middle term. So this is only just revision of class 8, right? So splitting middle term हम कैसे करते थे स्टूडेंट्स? चार्ट याद है? फॉर्मूला बुक जो पुराने स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको तो याद ही होगा, या पूरा भरोसा है आप पे नहीं याद होगा? And new students, right? Just follow this chart whenever you have to use splitting the middle term. So under section splitting the middle term, right, you have to write this as multiply first term into last term without sign, right? Last term की आपको जो sign, last term को आपको जो multiply करना है, that is without sign. उसके factors निकालो such that यहाँ पे बीच में आप रखोगे sign of last term, and here your answer should be middle term with sign. So this is your portion, or this portion is called splitting the middle term. So with its title, that in splitting middle term, You have to follow this chart. This you have to write in formula book for 5 times for both the students, new as well as old. Okay. So first term into last term without sign, I will factorize them such that if I put sign of last term in between, I will get middle term with sign. So in question 4, your first question is x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay. So let us follow this condition. So first term into last term. First term is x square. Last term is 2 without sign. Now I have to factorize both of them. So factors of x square will be x and x. So I'll keep x both the places. Factors of 2, only 2 factors are there, 2 and 1. Now here sign of last term is plus. So 2x plus 1x should be equal to 3x, is it? Yes. So here I will write this as equal to x square plus, now this 3x can be written as sum of 2x plus 1x plus 2. Now from first two terms, if I take x as common, this is x plus 2. From last two terms, if I take 1 as common, it is x plus 2. So from all the terminology, if I take x plus 2 common, it is x plus 1. So is it clear? Splitting the middle term, we have already done in class 8, isn't it? This is just its revision. Just let me know, students. Is it clear? Sure. So let us see second and third part of question 4. So here second part is 4x square minus 14x plus 6. Okay. So here my first term will be 4x square. Last term will be 6. Right. I have to find its factors. So first of all, factors of x square will be x. Okay. Now sign of last term, that is plus. My answer should be middle term with its sign. Middle term is minus 14x. Right. Now 6 4s are 24. अब 24 को मैं और क्या लिख सकता हूँ? 24 के कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स निकाल सकता हूँ? तो अगर 6 and 4 करूंगा तो 10 आएगा आंसर. फिर 12 2s are 24. So 12 and 2 will be 14. Now I have to add such that my answer should be minus 14. So I will take both of them as minus. So minus 12 and minus 2. So what will be the benefit? If I'll multiply them, minus minus will be plus. And if I'll add them, so sign will remain as it is. Minus 12x and minus 2x will be minus 14x. So is it clear? Main thing is this. The student who will understand this, now this will be very much easier for him or her. So here this will become 4x square minus 14x will become minus 12x minus 2x plus 6 is equal to, from both of this, if I am taking 4x as common, this is x minus 3. From both of this here, if I take minus 2 as common, this is x minus 3. And if I am taking x minus 3 as common from all these terms, so in second bracket, I will be left with 4x minus 2. So is it clear now? Let us see its last question. That is question number 3. So the similar questions of homework you can easily do from your home. Question number 3 or third part of question 4. Pi x square plus 11x minus 12. Now, here first term into last term. So my first term is pi x square. My last term is 12. I'm taking it without sign. The sign नहीं लेना है. अब I have to find its factors such that I'm putting sign of last term in between minus. I will get my middle term with sign, that is 11x, and its sign is plus. So first of all, x square will be divided to x and x. Now 12 pi is a 60. 60 के ऐसे फैक्टर निकालो कि माइनस करके आंसर है 11. So from 60, right, if 12 and 5 तो उसका डिफरेंस तो 11 नहीं आएगा. 10 and 6 तो उसका डिफरेंस 4 आएगा. Then 15 and 4, 15 4s are 16, 15 minus 4 is 11. Right, now you have to put your 15 and 4 such that your answer should be 11. So if we'll put 15 over here and 4 over here, so 15 minus 4 will be 11. If you will put 4 over here and 15 over here, so 4 minus 15 will be minus 11. So this will be equal to 5x square plus 11x. 11x can be written as 15x minus 4x minus 12. So from first two terms, if I take pi x as common, it is x plus 3. And from last two terms, if I take minus 4 common, it is x plus 3. So from all of them, if I take x plus 3 as common, so here it will be left with pi x and here it will be left with minus 4. So x plus 3 and pi x minus 4. So is it clear? Type in chat box. Is it clear or not? Or still you are having any doubt? Right. So rest similar questions of homework level 1. Now you can complete from homework, isn't it? So let us see now new topic, that is factorization using factor theorem. Okay. And based on that, let me show you few examples of in-class exercise. Okay. Okay. So I'll explain you from directly example only. Question 5 is based on only factor theorem. So first we will see question 5, then question 6 and question C. Right. To teach you question 6 and question C, I will show you first what is factorization using factor theorem. Then I will explain you how to do that. Okay, give me 1 minute. Now let us start question number 5 of in-class exercise. So in question number 5, they are asking that without actual division, prove that 2x to the power 4 minus 6x cube plus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 is exactly divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2. Right. So this is exactly divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2. So how we are going to prove this? See, we have to prove this without actual division. Okay, so understand this. In this type of question, suppose this is my p of x. Okay, now if I have to prove that it is divisible by x minus 3, x minus 4, then I could easily take them x minus 3 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0. Then I was taking x equal to 3 and here I was taking x equal to 4 and I was putting p of 3 and p of 4. Isn't it? Yes. So here also, instead of x minus 3 and x minus 4, they have given it is x square minus 3x plus 2. So whenever you want to divide this with any polynomial, we will take that polynomial as 0 to find its factors. So here, let x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now, here we are having 3 terms. So whenever we are having 3 terms, we are going to use splitting the middle term. So how we are going to use splitting the middle term over here? So first term into last term, that is x square into 2, right? Its factors. So x to pehle likhi doge. Now sign of last term. What is sign of last term? Plus. So sign of last term is here. Now 2 के ऐसे factors निकालो कि आंसर करके आपका है middle term with its sign, that is minus 3x. So if I put 2 and 1 over here, 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 1 I will get plus 3x. But I want here minus 3x, so I will take minus 2 and minus 1. So minus 2 into minus 1 will be 2 and minus 2x plus minus 1x will be minus 3x. So is it clear? So this will be equal to x square minus 3x will become minus 2x minus 1x plus 2 equal to 0. Is it clear now? This you have to do in rough only, right? This you have to do in rough. So from first two terms, if I take x as common, I will get x minus 2. From raised to terms, if I get minus 1 as common, I will get x minus 2. So after simplification, I will get x minus 2 into x minus 1 equal to 0. And here product of x minus 2 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. Understand this carefully. So if product of x minus 1 and x minus 2 equal to 0, that means either x minus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. So that means x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 1. I'm repeating this once again. See, earlier in earlier type of question, what they were giving is prove that this is exactly divisible by x minus 2 or exactly divisible by x minus 1. So from factor theorem, what we were doing in earlier cases, we were taking x minus 2 as 0, we were taking x minus 1 as 0, and by simplifying it, we were getting x equal to 1. Here by simplifying it, we were getting x equal to 2. Then we are putting these values x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 in this. Right? But here, they have given that it is divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2, or we are dividing it by x square minus 3x plus 2. So instead of in last time or in previous cases what we are doing, जिससे भी divide करने के लिए बोला था, right, that is our divisor, we are taking our divisor 0 and we were trying to or we were finding value of x, right? So we were taking divisor equal to 0 and we are finding the value of x for which these divisors are 0. So here divisor instead of linear polynomial, it is given as quadratic polynomial. So how we are going to find its zeros? So let us assume that x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So by splitting the middle term, I will get x minus 2 and x minus 1 is factors. So x minus 1 equal to 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0. So from this, I will obtain x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Is it clear now? Right. So what is the difference between this question and earlier question? Earlier question में आपको x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 separately दिया जाता था. यहाँ पे उसकी जगह पे आपको ऐसे दिया गया है. So is it clear, Janvi? Yes. It is quadratic polynomial or quadratic trinomial. चलो, shall we move ahead? यहाँ तक अगर डाउट है तो लेट मी नो, पहले ये क्लियर होना चाहिए. If it is clear, then we can easily move forward. So I'm repeating this once again. So in earlier question, they were giving us that prove that 2x to the power 4 minus 6x cube, or let me finish the question. First, let me finish the question, then I will repeat. Otherwise, you will get confused only. Now, so to prove that it is exactly divisible by 2, I have to prove p of 1 and p of 2 are 0 from factor theorem. So here, my p of 1 will be 2 times 1 to the power 4 minus 6 times 1 cube plus 3 times 1 square plus 3 times 1 minus 2 is equal to 2 minus 6 plus 3 minus 2. So now plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 minus 6 0 plus 2 minus 2 0. So here p of 1 equal to 0. So from factor theorem, this is 3x square and this is 3 into 1 square. So what is the doubt, Janvi? So if p of 1 equal to 0, so from factor theorem, x minus 1 is factor of p of x. So similarly, let us check p of 2. So here p of 2 is equal to 2 times 2 to the power 4 minus 6 times 2 cube plus 3 times 2 square plus 3 times 2 minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power 5 is 32, 2 cube 8, 8 6 are 48, 2 square 4, 4 3 are 12, plus 3 2 are 6 minus 2. Right. Now see here. So this minus 48 and minus 2 will become minus 50. This 12 plus 6 are 18. 18 plus 32 are plus 50. Plus 50 minus 50 answer is 0. So here p of 2 is also 0. So again from factor theorem, x minus 2 is factor of p of x. So if I combine both the statements which I got now, that x minus 1 is also factor of p of x and x minus 2 is also factor of p of x, right? And factors are what? It are, right, if I multiply all the factors, I will get that polynomial, isn't it? So if, suppose I am telling that, right, 24's one factor is 2, another factor is 3, then product of 2 and 3, that is 3 to the 6, it is also product of 24, isn't it? So if you know any one factor of any polynomial or another factor of polynomial, then product of those terms, it is also factor of that polynomial. So here x minus 1 into x minus 2 is also factor of p of x. So here x minus 1 into x minus 2 is also factor of p of x. And what is x minus 1 into x minus 2? That we have found earlier, x minus 1 into x minus 2 is nothing but x square minus 3x plus 2 only. So x minus 1 into x minus 2, that is x square minus 3x plus 2 is factor of p of x. So यही तो आपको क्वेश्चन में पूछा था. Without actual division, prove that 2x to the power 4 minus 6x cube plus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 is exactly divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2. So if x square minus 3x plus 2 is factor of p of x, then definitely it is exactly divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2. I am repeating whole question once again. So whenever you will be given this type of question, just understand how you have to solve it. If here they have given you that 2x to the power 4 minus 6x cube plus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 is divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2 or not. So to find this, our first step will be just factorize this x square minus 3x plus 2 or take x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Then from splitting the middle term, you will get its two factors, x minus 1 and x minus 2 equal to 0. And by comparing, you will get x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. This was my step 1. For step 2, put all this value in polynomial and find its values. So from step 1 or step 2, my p of 1 will be equal to 0. So if p of 1 is equal to 0, then x minus 1 is factor of p of x. If I put x is equal to 2, then p of 2 is factor, p of 2 is also 0. Then x minus 2 is also factor of p of x. And there is the relation between factors, that if your x minus 1